Good morning. It's Saturday, April 17th, and it's been a minute since we did a live solve of the New York Times crossword. So it felt like we're due for one of those. So today we're going to solve the puzzle constructed by Leslie Rogers, and it's Saturday, so hopefully it's a little bit tricky and we can celebrate wordplay. And off we go. All right. We'll start down because these look a little more gettable. One's closest to you informally. That's your fam, probably. School whose athletes are nicknamed the Who's. Well, that's going to be some school that has an owl. But I don't know what that is. Annual college basketball event is the NIT tournament. It's the alternative to the March Madness NCAA. This is going to be funfetti. I know that because my really good friend Clara Jaquette, who's a very small child, made me a funfetti cake. The right stuff. Pop is father. Clear sky. Ranking component. Mathematical puzzle with movable disks. Snap. Like in a minute, in a moment. Dave of rock. Neck problem. It's like a crick in your neck, maybe. Homecomings. Targets of leg raises. Safe to skate on. So that'd be like iced over. Decorative features throughout Spain's Alhambra Palace. I've actually been to the Alhambra, and it's all like mosaic tiles. I wonder if it's just tiles. Is that the answer? All right. One getting a big scoop. It's going to be like probably some kind of a reporter clue. Weekends. Lead into land in a nomad land with Frances McDormand, one of the best actresses ever. Input. This is probably Intel, right? Oops. They vary according to income. Like, tax brackets. Feels pretty good. Do some yard work. Might be like edge, weed. Series set in Middle Earth. Lord of the Rings. Categorizes like sorts. Common additive to melted butter in Italian cuisine. Interesting. Wrongdoing. Like evil. Emulate Desdemona and Othello. Browser command. Rest stop. Rest stop. Befuddled. Like some chickens on farms. Miscreant. Boy, I was doing pretty well up top there. Start of a series, part 1. So it's risky thing to do close to a flight time. Risky thing to do close to flight time. Oh, pack. Aggressive spot to sell out is an arena. Circular is like, I want to say ovoid, but I don't know. Yielded. The perfume of heroic deeds. Interesting. TV host Katob is Hoda, I think. And that's either, I think it's Good Morning America. It's either that or Today Show. I'm not sure. Latitude. Oh, so this is leeway, right? Father Irk. Leeway. So what is this? Part of a series. Oh, pilot. Okay. Where am I here? What is this? Something has truth in it. Wisecracking is simply calisthenics for wit has truth in it. Prompt on time. Small sample. It's probably a taster. Circular. Beginnings of life. Several of them are named for gods. A word with thou. Okay. Designs, probably crafts. The right stuff. Aviation. The Wright brothers. A grading aid is a red pen. Dave of Rock. Dave Matthews. So let's see. UVA. So UVA. The Who's. Because UVA is the Cavaliers. I don't know if that makes sense. Clear sky. Ranking a tier. Mathematical puzzle with movable discs. If it doesn't fit, wear it. Okay. Some Renaissance era scientists. Heretics like Galileo. Homecomings. Kind of garden, a Zen garden maybe. Where things might be left hanging on a rack. Is it rack? Snap, instant. 270. Male hedgehog. Is it a boar? Weekends. Lone Star. Something opened with a click is an app. BMX bike. Brie is a soft cheese. Rest stop. Weekends. Rest stop. Weekends. Like Ebbs. I mean, so this is not Intel, it's Enter and Ebbs. Interesting. Personification of limpness. Limp as a wet rag. I'm getting a big scoop. It's like ice cream fan, maybe. Drag racers are Zoom participants. I like that. That's good wordplay. A head across the pond is either a Lou or a Lav. Befuddled. Cracker Jack is an ace. Noam Chomsky. Copies as from a CD. Like rips. I was going to say burns, but 1040 is a tax form. Maybe it's just form. Some nervous responses. Oops. Thanksgiving aftermath. Food coma. That's nice. Spire. Like this clue among the acrosses. It's the last one. Tower of Hanoi. Oh yeah. Sabbath will be my rest stop. Sage. Hanoi, I guess. Homecomings. Targets of leg raises. Ads. Oh, so this is just wrong. Something's miss here. Safe to skate on. Frozen salad. Frozen. Salad. Good feature. So it is tiles on the Rubric? Is that what it is? Rubric? Homecomings. Abs. She doesn't fit where it? Insole, maybe? On the scene. Insole. I don't really understand that. Homecomings. Runs. Ice cream. Cone. 270 is do some yard work. On the scent. Wow, that's tough because on the scene works well, but this is west. And weed. Open with a click. A pen categorizes wrongdoing, harm. Maybe like Desdemona and Othello. Like emote, maybe? A rag doll. Categorizes pegs. Desdemona and Othello in a way. Befuddled, lost. So I mean that's blue. Like some chickens, corn-fed. Copies. Maybe it is rips. Oh, we got elope, rips, miscreant, rascal. There's a foyer, I guess. Cadet blue. Yielded, seeded. Nervous responses. Oh. Oh. Some nervous responses. Oh. This is flyer and this is flinches. Beginnings of life are ova, aspire, endeavor, at last. Hey, we did it. And this has a lot of interesting fill. I'm surprised that it was 11:47. That's a pretty quick solve for a Saturday with this much unusual fill. It looks jam-packed. Like there's very few black squares or blocks as they're called. There's just a lot of fill here, and most of it's pretty interesting. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we don't typically see. There's some interesting, fun cluing. There's some stuff I don't get, like if the shoe doesn't fit, wear it. Like I don't understand why that's insole. And homecomings as runs, crossing it, I think is tough too. As well as this on the scene, on the scent. I wonder if other people had that error. I feel like maybe West was the easier fill to get, so maybe people avoided that mistake because they already had the T plugged in. But that's pretty tough. Frozen solid is nice. I like the idea of skating on a pond. That sounds, pretty good. Mathematical puzzle with movable disc. I feel like I've heard of this, but I really don't. I don't really have any association with the Tower of Hanoi. Dave Matthews used to go see that guy a lot back in the day at Great Woods, one of the best concert venues ever back in Massachusetts. But when I was like in high school and college, Dave Matthews was huge and pretty fun show. But yeah, this is it's a pretty good puzzle. I mean, I like how much interesting, unusual fill there is. It'll be interesting when I get into doing a bit of a review on this to see, to really examine some of the cluing and see what worked and didn't. But either way, I apologize for the 1 week hiatus. Just didn't manage to do a live solve last week, but I'll try to stick with the once a week thing if possible. But I appreciate you guys joining me for this live solve of today's New York Times puzzle by Leslie Rogers. I'm going to write a full review of this puzzle and put it up on CrossBoss.blog. So if you want to know all of my thoughts about this particular puzzle, then check that out. And if you enjoyed this solve, then please click like and please subscribe to the channel, and you'll continue to get to watch me solve crosswords from time to time. So thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you next time for another live solve of the New York Times. Thanks.